there are way too many angles that I can take this conversation, so I'm just going to wing it. The main theme that I want to take this video to is alcohol, or that was the topic that I thought about, and then I could just talk about drugs, or I could talk about distractions, or I could talk about toxins or something like that. I don't know. Let's just get started, I guess. I was just sitting on my bike because, again, I'm Dutch, and I was biking, and then I thought, alcohol. I haven't drunk alcohol for the past 2 something years, and I also haven't smoked any cigarettes or weed for 2 years something. I've been sober for 2+ years right now, and I'm really happy with that. I really appreciate the sober life, and I tend to life is just better without all that drugs, I think. And I was thinking, so many people are drinking alcohol just to drink alcohol, and it's like such a normal thing in this society. But like, alcohol is one of the worst drugs you could have. Like, what does it do? It makes you stupid, and it makes you do stupid stuff, and then you get a hangover. All right, cool, man. And a lot of times you also forget stuff, so you might not even know what kind of stupid shit you've done. All right, cool, man. But then also, like, if you just drink some of it when you're going out for a night, or if you are eating and you have some glass of wine, it's fine. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, I think. But why do you need that? Like, why do you want that? I'm not necessarily saying that you should quit drinking altogether. Like, that's just your decision. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm just here to provide some thoughts. And I hope to trigger some people's thoughts of, maybe I am drinking too much, or maybe I don't need this stuff. Because I really think a lot of people are misusing it without them understanding that or knowing that. And so, that's just a sad thing, because then you're just drinking unconsciously, and you're just kind of wasting alcohol, and you're also kind of wasting your own potential. What are you hiding for? Like, I'm not necessarily bashing on people that are drinking a glass of wine with dinner. Maybe if you do it every dinner, but like, if sometimes with dinner you want to have a glass of wine, fine. And if you just want to have some fun sometimes, and you find that in alcohol, fine. Even if you do it a lot, like, go ahead, do your thing. But I want you to ask yourself, what are you hiding for? And if that's really nothing, like, is it really? Like, if you say you're not hiding from anything, is that really the case? Or are you just saying that because you don't want to think about it? Because even if you drink alcohol on an evening where you want to have some fun, then you're kind of telling yourself you can't have fun without alcohol. And if you say you can, all right, when was the last time you did that? Like, I don't want to give any rules to you, because I'm not in the position to do so, but I do know a lot of people have never thought about this stuff. And so, can you have fun without any input, like anything at all, where you just drink water all night or whatever? Can you? When was the last time you did that? Because when the first time I asked myself that stuff, I said yes, I can. But then I couldn't really remember a night where I went without a cigarette, or without something to drink, or without weed, or without like comfort food, or just something to input, to put into my body, like something that wasn't necessarily good for me, or maybe even good for me. Like, also just eating healthy stuff just for the fun of it, that's good. It's not a bad thing. Like, it's healthy food. But can you also go without? And so where I think this conversation is actually going is, can you actually go without input? Can you actually enjoy life while fasting, for example? Can you actually sit somewhere and just be thankful of the moment instead of needing to consume something? That is a hard thing to do. Like, I'll give you an example. I was in the at the market this morning. After I went into the Rhine, it's a local river. I go there every single week. I go there to go into the water because I like cold water. And it's kind of a community thing. It's become a community thing. And now we go into the water and then we go to the market to buy some fruits and some nuts and some things. And we grab a coffee. And it's just a nice kind of ritual. But now I was noticing in myself that I always wanted to have a lot of food. I wanted to have the best bread, and I wanted to have really nice nuts and dried fruits and some other fruits, and I wanted to get a lot of coffee and all that stuff. And I was consuming everything, and I was enjoying it. It was a good time. But at some point, I was just starting to ask myself, well, do I need all that, or is it just a kind of a distraction, or is it just kind of something to fill myself, right? To fill myself with dopamine. Why do I need all that stuff? What am I running from? Why am I doing this? And today I just didn't do anything. And what I noticed is I was just standing there, and everyone was eating, and everyone was doing their thing, and everyone was happy, and I was happy as well. Like, I could go without, and that's a good lesson to have for yourself. A lot of people have never, a lot of people, it's a long time since they've told themselves, like, you don't need all this stuff, and actually didn't take it, didn't actually drink or get some input, right? I just want to ask you, what is your drug of choice? Like, you could have anything as a drug, right? Even healthy things, like I said, it's just dopamine. It's just something nice to have, and it's also sustain yourself, right? But right now, I'm just talking about consumption for the sake of consumption, to feel good, not to survive, just to feel good. When was the last time you had that choice to make yourself feel good and not go for that choice because you think withholding from that is a better choice in a long term? I think actually a lot of more people should be fasting more often, because it's good for your body, but it's also really good for your mindset, because now all of a sudden you want to do other things. I noticed that if I consumed a lot of food in the morning, I would get a little bit more tired in the afternoon, and I would go into bad habits. I would go into, I don't know, playing video games or watching a movie or eating more bad food, or more food that probably is bad because I was tired. I would go to bed later. There's all kinds of things that you think are not connected, but actually they are. And when you, in the morning, or whenever you do your thing, right? Whenever you consume that thing, you don't think about all the repercussions of doing that. But once you withhold yourself from that, then you will notice how much is changing. And it's just a really good exercise to do. So whatever you do, right? You do you. I don't want to put any rules on you. But if you're a drinker, if you're a smoker, if you really like fast food, if you really like, doesn't matter, just anything of consumption, ask yourself, are you actually doing it always to be the best person you can be? Or is it more like, I don't want to deal with this situation right now, and I feel good when I do this, so I might as well do this. And this is not a conversation that you have in your mind, probably, because it's all unconscious, right? It's you already made the choice before you even thought of it, because we're animals of habit. So yeah, just think about that situation. Think about how the normal decisions to consume things are consuming you. Just think about that. And leave something in the comments. It might really empower someone to think about it as well if you leave a comment saying that you thought about it, or give your opinion, give your insight. That stuff really empowers people more than you think. So just leave something in the comments, let me know, and I'll see you later. Bye.